Hi guys, it's John here, the SMG. Hope everyone's been fine. I've had a bunch of stuff going on in my life, so I had to take a little time off of making videos. But this is a special video, so I wanted to make one for you guys to check it out. My razor today is going to be this Gillette 109. It's a black handled, and I'm going to be using this with a Dorco Prime. And let me pop that blade in there. Hope everybody's been well. There we go. My brush today is going to be, which has been soaking, is a Leo Frilot EverReady 200 replica. It's red and white. It's one of my favorite brushes. I love Leo's brush. My soap today is called the Drunken Chef. And I made this for a very good friend of mine, Daniel Engel Jr. So Daniel has been asking me for a while if I would make this for him. And this was his scent profile and a collaboration with him on the name, the label, everything. So Daniel did a bang up job. So how this came to be is, and I'm gonna load this up as I go. It's beautiful. The scent is just fantastic. And for Daniel, I made a aftershave balm and a alcohol splash as well. So let me explain to you how this came to be while I start the lathering. So Daniel, he was at a meetup with me, and he asked me, hey, what do you think of this scent? And what happened was, he had been cooking in the kitchen at his home with his wife, and while he was cooking, he was making a steak, like a marinated steak, and he had scotch, and he had black pepper, and he had sage, fresh sage. So he came up and he said, you know what? In the kitchen, this smells amazing. I wonder if it'll transfer into a shave soap. So he talked to me for a little bit about it, and then I decided I was going to try it. So this is my original recipe, but Daniel's scent, and it's scotch, black pepper, Madagascar black pepper, and the last ingredient is fresh sage. So what I had to do, I'm just going to lather it a little more. So what I had to do to get this, the sage, is I took the sage and I went and bought fresh sage, and I had taken the oils and I took the leaves from the sage and I crushed them with a mortar and pestle to release the oils from them. And then once I did that, I took the sage and I dropped it in to the remainder of the oils and left it soak in there for like a week. And man, did it come out nice. At least in my opinion it did. Daniel had a bang-up idea that the way he was doing this was these ingredients put together in the kitchen translated into an amazing scent. And it really did. The soap has got this is the basic formula that I worked with for SMG soaps. Very nice. I mean, it's completely like, the lather is very good. Let me just get a towel here. And like I said, I'm going to be using this Gillette 109. I love to use this razor, and I have it set to 5. First pass is with the grain for me. So anyway, at first I wasn't sure if this was going to work. And once I blended the ingredients together, I realized that it smelled really nice. I did like the scent of it. So I'm shaving on number 5 on the 109, and I picked the Dorco Prime because I haven't shaved in a few days, and I didn't want to destroy my face with have cuts all over the place. So I picked a blade that went very well with my razor. And you guys should be doing the same thing. You know, if you have more than one razor, each razor is going to work best with one type of specific blade. At least in my opinion. So, when I get a new razor, if it's vintage, if whatever it is, I take that razor and I try it out with my top, usually 5 or 6 different types of blades. And then from there, I determine the best blade for that razor. And that's what I stick with. Oh, I'm flying all over the place. Very nice. Beautiful. The scent is very nice. It's a little mild. I'm not gonna kid you. It's not super strong like some of my other scents, but it's also using products that are very light. You know, I have to mix that black pepper strong, and the scotch was pretty strong, and kind of mellowed it out a little bit with the sage. The sage really worked well with that. My second pass is going to be against the grain, straight up. With some razors, depending on the blade and razor that's in there, with my against the grain pass, I might have to not just stretch my skin, which everybody should be doing, but I also have to adjust it from maybe a 5 to a 4 if I have a more aggressive blade in there for the against the grain. Our goals, of course, is to get a really nice close shave, you know, but a close shave without having a bunch of cuts on your face or needing to utilize alum with every single shave you do. That also translates to a beautiful shave. I'll stretch my neck to get my cheek down here. Another thing I do with the razor, and I kind of learned how to do this because of the straight razor, and it translated best back to shaving with a DE, was the least amount of passes I possibly have to do. So I try not to go over the same area too many times with the same blade. If I can help it. Trying to let my mustache grow back a little bit. Very nice second pass. Very good. That's already feeling beautiful. So now I'm just gonna dip my fingers in the sink, a little water on there just to moisten me up a little bit, and then hit this to finish me up for a third pass. And pretty much during the week, a third pass to me is just a cleanup. You know, when you're shaving with a straight razor, you try to do the least amount of passes you can on your skin to get the most amount of hair off without any inflammation or damage to your skin. So it just makes sense that if you're using a DE with a single edge blade in it, that you want to do the same thing. And if against the grain is very tough for a person, or across the grain is, you might dial that number down from a 5 to a 4 just to make it more enjoyable. Nothing worse than having to leave the house and have a bunch of cuts on your face from shaving. Beautiful. Feels really nice. I'm just constantly wiping my hands off so I don't have any slippage. And now what I'm going to do is I'm going to kind of go at an angle here. Almost a little J hook. Feels really good. Nice and smooth. Beautiful. Nice 3-pass shave. Fantastic. One of the biggest things when you're making small batches of soap like I do is you need to absolutely test it out a couple of times before you would give it to somebody. For example, Daniel Engel, who this is made for, Daniel has a different face than me. His beard is different than mine. So when he says, hey, you know, I would like you to make this for me, I have to verify that it doesn't burn me in any way, and that, you know, if it's too subtle, it might not smell strong enough for him. So it's hard to balance that between too much oils, and you don't want to burn anybody, but you want it to be strong in scent. This is Daniel's label for anyone that wants to see it. It's very cool. Him and I came up with this together. Mainly everything is Daniel, to be honest with you. The Drunken Chef, and it's shave soap, aftershave, and a balm. I am going to put the aftershave on and put a little bit on there. And it's interesting because the aftershave, because of the sage that's in the oil, it turned the oils a little green. Not bad. Now I am getting a tiny bit of burn, but that's only because it's alcohol based. But nothing that I could feel is hurting me or anything. Not bad at all. The dry up on it's got a nice moisturizing effect, and it's not greasy, and it's not sticky. So not bad. And as far as the balm, here's the balm. I'm gonna put a little bit on, and you could even, I don't know if you could see this, but it's kind of greenish because of the oils. It's kind of cool, actually. Very nice. Excellent. That's pretty amazing stuff. I definitely am enjoying it, and I hope Daniel does as well. Guys, have an absolutely wonderful day, and have an even better shave. Take care, my friends.